Welcome back to Orlando on a Budget. Today it's just a home day. Not at the parks. We're out actually just enjoying a walk. Just the simple things to be able to get out and enjoy everything that we have available to us. So myself and my oldest daughter, we're out. I've got Hop with me. So I've been entrusted with that. That's probably a pretty important job. So why do we do it? This is something that I make sure that I get out and I do every day. Unless it's raining, then it's not quite as enjoyable. But going out to actually just walk. So if it's a day that we're going to be going to the parks, fantastic. I know I'm going to get plenty of exercise in of doing that. But if it's days that I'm not going to the park, then I'm going to make sure that I'm still out and enjoying time. Being outside, I grew up in southwestern Virginia, where we were hiking, fishing, out on the lake, just enjoying life with that on a daily basis. So being outside is something that I thoroughly enjoy all the time. So what are you guys doing when you're not in the parks for fun? For us, this is pretty much every evening. Like I said, we're out, we're walking, we're enjoying, spending our time that we're out in the Florida sun. A lot of people complain that they're out in the heat and they're not enjoying their time because they're just too much to deal with. Gosh, I spent so much time to where the winters were cold. I really enjoy both the summer, fall, winter, spring here in the Orlando area. So that's how I feel about it. How about for you guys? You guys enjoy getting out and enjoying everything? So one of the things that we started doing more of, that I see a lot of people that were enjoying during the shutdown, was spending more time outside exercising. I used to manage multi-billion-dollar health clubs. I was working out in those daily while I was working, but once I got out of that, not so much. So it's something that kind of comes and goes. But getting out and walking, enjoying that time is something that's easy to do. So that's what we spend time doing. It's also fun because my daughter thoroughly enjoys destroying everything that she can get her hands on. So picking the bushes apart, making sure to get her hands dirty on everything. So when we first moved down here, didn't spend a lot of time in the parks. We wanted to. We'd always come on vacation. We would spend time out in the parks on vacation. We'd come down for maybe 3-5 days, try to hit Universal or Disney, never SeaWorld at that point. But once we moved down here, the first little over a year, we spent just trying to get our bearings. We were in a new apartment when we first moved down. My wife was working, I was working. Then we found out we were pregnant with her first. When that as she continued through her pregnancy, she wound up staying at home. And that's when we really started getting focused more on what we could do differently to be able to get to a point of enjoying our time and not feeling like cash strapped or that we were missing out on stuff. So for you, if you're sitting there right now and you're going, man, I would just love to be able to get out, but I just have no idea where we're going to find the money, how we're going to actually make that happen. The first part that I can tell you is you're going to have to sit down and figure out what are you actually spending money on right now. So don't worry about trying to cut anything out or doing anything with that. Just actually figure out what you're spending money on a daily, a weekly, monthly basis. See where the money's actually going. If you honestly have no idea, there's a lot of awesome apps out there. You can use mint.com, you can use EveryDollar. Lots of different tools like that that'll track it for you automatically. If you're really old-fashioned, you can just go grab a statement and figure out what you're spending your money on. So once you figured out where your money's actually going, so when you're looking at that and you're saying, okay, I've got money going out to all these different things every single month, I rank those. So I get clients to go through and I rank those as far as, is it a 1, a 2, or a 3? A 1's an expense that you're just going to have, right? So that's something that we know we're going to spend money on. A 2 is something that we go, I'd like to have this, but maybe I can cut it back a little bit. And then a number 3 is something that it's just you're spending the money on. You don't have to. It's like those impulse buys. You're figuring out, what are those 3s that you can immediately cut out. If you can see with that, as far as cutting out the 3s, reducing on your number 2s, you might be able to find enough for you to be able to get out and enjoy the parks like what you want to. Or even better, maybe now you can start saving for the future. Just want to leave you with that. So be sure to like, share, subscribe to the page. It does help out. I appreciate when you share it with friends. Hopefully just some of these actionable tips, things that you can be doing as I'm chasing my daughter around, you can take advantage of to be able to secure your financial future. Until next time.